We be fast, they be slow.
All right, again, it's Tim with Online Big Blue bringing you another video. It's 2 for 2 Sunday. We just did a live stream, did a video yesterday, did the stream from the game, did a recap of the game. Just wanted to talk about briefly the Giants' offensive line. And the stream I kept telling people, don't panic. There is no reason to panic yet. We're not going to panic. We're not going to throw up the panic flag just yet because you know what? It's preseason. It was our third and fourth teamers and grocery baggers playing against their third and fourth teamer and grocery baggers as well. That's all it was. The only problem was their third and fourth string depth, the Jets, looked a lot better than ours. Now, here is the issue that I did see with the game, and of course, it was the offensive line. We played our starting offensive line. We did. And the Jets, for the first two series, played their starting defensive line because I was at the game. And of course, you can watch my video of the stream from kickoff to about the second quarter. But we had the lineup of Glennon, Booker, Slayton, Board, Pettis, Smith. Then on the line, we had Thomas, Hernandez, Gates, Wiggins, and Matt from Connecticut. Yikes. It did not look good. It did not look good at all. If you want a takeaway from this game, we need to find something on the offensive line. There were plays that we looked. First of all, Wiggins, man, Wiggins is just not the answer. If we're going into this, and I know we're not going to go into the season probably with Wiggins starting, but if we are going to sit there with Kenny Wiggins as our right guard. He was bad, guys. He was horrific. He was horrible. And he played most of the game, and he couldn't play against guys. He looked like he was a 33-year-old veteran who was washed up. And Matt pancaked one guy, and then got beat like he stole something repeatedly. Just wasn't there. And I've said this before about Matt. I've always said this. When we drafted him, I said this, and I got blasted for it. And if you watched him at Connecticut, you understood this. He is a projected talent. And I said this before about that Giants draft. We drafted a lot of guys that were projected talent. He projected to be a starter 3 years down the line. And if you go looking at this, that's what that looked like. I keep saying we need to get someone like Austin Ryder, take Gates, throw him into the right guard position, and then just continue to play. Thomas looked good at times. Thomas, actually, I did not have a problem with Thomas and Thomas's play. I did not have an issue with that whatsoever. Now, a lot of people are going to say, you know what, Tim, we signed Super Bowl champion Ted Larson. Yeah, he's not going to be the answer for us. He's a 34-year-old journeyman offensive lineman. He's a depth guy, and he's a depth guy that we need because he can fill in all 5 spots. But if you want to talk about the venerable Pro Football Focus, they have him at overall grade of 55.4 in 2019. 1 sack, 6 quarterback pressures, and 168 snaps. And I felt bad. We waived Mike Weber, who was going to be a stud and superstar, according to some people. But we need something. There's got to be. We need a help wanted sign up right now. I mean, there's got to be some free agent out there that we can get right now. Offensive line, some like real offensive line help. Now, I know they're going to talk about Mitchell Schwartz. He's 32 years old. He's coming off the injury. David DeCastro, again, is coming off the injury. You got Rich Wagner out there, the former Green Bay Packer. I think he's still available. Austin Ryder is still available. I'm still surprised that Austin's available at 29 years old and a 2-year starter at Kansas City. I would like to bring in Austin because of the fact that it would allow me, like I said, to move Nick Gates to guard, and I think that would handle some of our situation. But the problem is we're going to need to worry about the salary cap because we are still under the rule of 51, which does not expire until after the last day of camp, and we're already going to be over the cap. Said that all at once. And I don't know if Austin Ryder is looking for a low-end free agent deal. And there's guys out there that we could bring in, but we need some help. I am not pushing the panic button. I am keeping people far away from the panic button. I've said this before. Don't go near the panic button. Just stay away from it. It was a bad, you know what? It was even a worse showing when you were at the game because I was there. It was a bad game. It was horrid. It was not a well played game. Not at all. And I love people that talk about David Sills and like, he was open all night. I was at the game. He wasn't open all night, guys. And a lot of times he was open up against third and fourth string guys. Let's see how he is against the first teamers. And then he had the one big catch, and then he had 2 catches for 12 yards. And then he had the drop, and then he had the what they refer to as pass interference call in the end zone, which it wasn't pass interference. It's preseason. Anytime there's a pass interference play on a giant player that someone loves, that's all of a sudden it's a pass interference play. But the line needs to be corrected. I said this before. How many laps are people running today? They should be running laps between now and Easter, the Giants, the way that offensive line played. It just was not good. I'm not hitting I said this on the stream too. Do not stay away from the panic button. It's only one game, and it's a preseason game where all your scrubs played. So we're not going to sit there and we're going to worry about it. I will be more worried if we have these issues in Cleveland, especially because I probably think the starters should go to the end of the first quarter in Cleveland. And I think Cleveland's going to do the same thing. And then if that Cleveland defense goes up against the Giants offensive line and we look like we looked against the Jets first team offensive line, it's not going to be good. And we need to see Daniel Jones. We need to get the guy some game reps. Because like I said, I heard it all last year. Daniel Jones was bad because he didn't have preseason. Okay, we got preseason now. You didn't play him. Saw a lot of other guys playing, but we didn't play Daniel Jones. And Daniel Jones is not a proven commodity yet, so you can't say like, well, Aaron Rodgers didn't play. Tom Brady didn't play. Yeah, they're proven Super Bowl winning commodities. I even saw it. I think it was in the Daily News today that a writer finally had the audacity to question Joe Judge.
How dare you question Joe Judge?
And say that we have no idea what we still have in Daniel Jones going into year 3. He needs to get out on the field. Plain and simple. But let's not panic. Let's take this all in stride. I think we'll be all right. As long as we get to figure out a way to fix the line and shore some things up. We'll do a better breakdown. We'll do a full breakdown on Monday's show. But like I said, I just wanted to get that out today. I got them. This is Tim Malone Online, Big Blue, bringing you the best of New York Giants sports talk and entertainment. And as always, if you could like, you can subscribe, ring the bell with the news, that'd be awesome.